here at my local woods. I'm going to do some bit of walking around and a bit of line choice for you. Just see how my brain ticks and see if I can help you go a little bit faster with your mates. Come along into the woods where it's less snowy and we'll have a little ride and teach you some things hopefully. Here we are then, line in sight, lesson 1. This is like your standard downhill track. You come down and there is a corner ahead of you. Several routes in the way, but we don't worry about that yet. You want to get your braking in early, and I always avoid braking in holes because it's just horrible for your suspension feel, but that's a later technique. You want to set up as wide as possible. You can't really see it from where you are, but there's a high line here. If you're going down the middle towards that tree, what are you doing? Get that braking in early, get up high, and then get that apex to the next corner. There is roots in the next corner, so going close to that tree really will just take all your speed, and your mate in front of you is going to get away. So we brake early. We always go high. Near 9 times out of 10, I would go high, because you can always come back down again, but you can't go up after you've chosen down. Try going up high, get that apex, let go of the brakes early, and then pedal if you have to, but I don't like pedaling, so I wouldn't pedal. We have this first set of routes with a hole. I would avoid braking in this hole, but brake before. Let your suspension soak up the hole. Then you're faced with 3 lines. You have high line left, low line, awful line by the tree, and pointlessly technical line between 2 stumps. So go up high, get up even higher than this rut is fine. Like if you can get up here, you are going to come around this corner into these roots and you are just going to fly down the rest of it. So you got roots up high as possible, not between those 2 stumps or below. On this mossy stuff, loads of grip. Outside of these roots, there's a lovely little catch there. Put your tyres in, and then you will be overtaking your mate in that corner down there because he's come down the middle and stood himself up. We're at this fast section. You're going super fast through here, loads of bumps and stuff. When you get to here, you're faced with 4 holes in a row right in the middle of the screen, and then there's a compression right there. So I would brake on the non-rough bit here, making sure to go light and barely brake through these holes so the suspension can do its thing. It's a good habit to get into so the roots don't get you. And then go for a brake hard in this compression here to shave off the speed before you descend down the steeper bit. And once you're in the compression, you've got loads more grip on your tyres. It's way smoother than before where these holes are. And if you just let off when there's deep holes like this, then you can keep your grip and your suspension will feel much better. And then you brake hard there and then on your way to the next section. Good luck. And you're faced with this straight, which the left line is really annoying because you basically end up not quite on that jump and it's just not that great. But if you look at the angle of that route, he's not going to take you out. There is some routes afterwards, but the angle you'll be at, you'll be fine. You've got loads of grip. So when you come down through here, if you turn up towards that tree and hit in the middle of this route somewhere, you'll jump over to here and then you'll be able to carry on. Look at the apex you've got on that corner then. So when you go down through here, you completely stand yourself up between the stump and the tree that's been cut up. So you're way better off just jumping off this route. The tree leans away from you, so your handlebar's not going to hit that. And you can jump hopefully over those roots, but if you land on them, honestly, you'll be fine. I'll get on my bike now and I'll have a little rip through. So, what you need to do is learn the angles of roots and what they're going to do to your wheel when you hit them. What I find the best is follow your mate. When he's doing one line, you do a different line. See how the two bikes react, and that way you can have fun and learn twice as much at the same time. So although sometimes it's fun following your friend and just copying and pasting what they're doing, try going a little bit higher than them, a little bit lower than them. Stand yourself up in the corner, see how much faster they are. That way you'll just learn twice as much. When everyone's learning on their own, you're learning as a pair, twice as much information. Give it a go. Here we have a very difficult section. There is roots and stumps and everything under the sun that wants to catch you out. And basically, the right line is it. If you're going left, you've got all those stumps that want to take out your pedals. And realistically, when you're coming in, that's just a red flag straight away. I would avoid that because pedal catching is gonna hurt at least. It's gonna send you off the track at most. Maybe even just stop you dead and send you over the bars. So don't go that way. It's terrible. Coming down, you're already all over the bloody place with all these roots. You want to go low here, because look at the colour of them. You just know they're just going to take you out. So unless you're going to hop them, I'd get in that rut. Ride the rut. And then again with the non-breaking in holes, you've got amazing dips here, which give you so much grip to slow down in. And you'd be better off slowing up too much and getting your wheels over here and down that bit much more than you would be smacking your pedals, and there's not even any good support that you're aiming for. You want to get up here, it doesn't even have to be fast the first couple of times. You got a couple of little drops into this quite a big berm, and then you want to be composed because you've got those roots to contend with next. So if you come through here, it looks tempting, but it's just, you're just not going to be with it. Your feet are going to be all over the place. I'll get down here so you can have a look back up the hill. It always looks way gnarly when you look back up the hill. So you're coming in down here and you just want to turn up and come down this little bit here. There's plenty of grip on that route. Get into this and avoid hitting any of those stumps and ending up over there somewhere, because that ain't fun for no one. Here we are at another really sketchy section. There's so many routes, and these are a weird kind of route where they've got bark but they're still so slippery. That's the funny thing about routes. You don't know until you try just how slippery they are. So sometimes they look shiny but they're fine, sometimes they're barky but they're not. You just don't know. It's all about the angle. I've already said that. It's all about the angle. Whatever angle they're facing at, you can get away with nearly anything if they're the right angle. So if you slide on the roots, you end up down here, which isn't as good. Not too bad, but isn't as good. And in order to get over there, you got to put in the foresight to go up high just before. So most people will come sending it down on the main line, get to here, brake really hard, slip on all these roots, end up down here, and then have to make their way back over. Whereas people that took a risk early on, being able to see that the left was coming, would be up in this little section here. So if I get up here, when you come over this bank, you're faced with this view, And although this line looks tempting, if there's a sneaky little line, chances are it's probably quite good. So you can see the main line sort of, some people have gone halfway lit and chickened out. Nah, it's not for me. You're better off coming up this way. You can kind of see the left is coming. The dirt goes round. It's all about reading that early on to know where you need to turn in. And then when you're up here, you can actually brake really hard here, switch a left and go straight across all these routes down there, and then that sets you up really nice for the next corner. Whilst you and your mate, you've come up, he's got to about here, fallen off or slid around and stood in that corner. You come up through it, shoot across there, you've done the overtake, you're all laughing, and he gives you props at the bottom because from way up there you looked across at the horizon, you could see the mud going left. So definitely look far into the distance and see if you know which way the track's going. Yo, that's it for Line Insight Day 1. I hope you've learnt something. Next time I think I'll go somewhere that's like a little bit more well ridden, a few more lines to pick and choose. Right on. See ya.